that sums it up. Super poopy. This last weekend, I took the car out, had some issues, or 2 weeks ago, but had some issues, started smoking really bad, oil all over this side of the car, oil coming out of the oil cap. I mean, it's not good. So what I ended up doing was bringing it in here, pulled that upper tube with the hat off because I don't have a spanner wrench for the supercharger. Found out the breather hose popped off, so put that hose on there. Then it's like, well, I'll do plugs and wires because they're pretty nasty looking. And yeah, no problems. Did this side first. Pulled that upper tube off. Air box came off. Had to access all the ones on this side. You got to get from underneath. But when I was doing that side, I did a compression test right away. Kind of figured I'll work on it a little bit. And the plugs they had in here was Bosch double platinum plugs. I'll be putting in these auto lights double platinum, or Bosch platinum, but I'm putting Autolite double platinums in it. The cylinders on this car are actually labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So cylinder 1, 150 psi, cylinder 2, 150 psi. I'm like, perfect. Did cylinder 3, 70 psi. I'm like, well, that could be like a stuck ring or something. Car did sit for a long time. So put new plugs in. I don't have my wire set in yet because the guy who ordered my wires ordered it for a naturally aspirated V6, not the supercharged one, after I repeated it to him like 9 times. Then I did the driver's side, did cylinder 6, and we got 28 psi. At that point, I kind of just buttoned everything back up. Didn't even bother changing the last 2 cylinders because it's hurt bad. I do have another engine out of my 92 Thunderbird parts car, which is actually what this hood and bumper and headlights came out of, because this is actually the Cougar XR7 model. So I call it the thundercooter. Well, no, the thundercooter is super poopy. She needs an engine. Like I said, I got that other engine, but that engine should probably be gone through at least. Short block should be. I'll plug this back in here. But should be gone through. Put new rings in it, hone the cylinders, new bearings, and then I can proceed to swap motors in this. So this is going to go to the farm. If it wasn't for the engine problem, I'd be doing a transmission swap on this car. I'd be doing a 5-speed swap was the plan. Because the 92 Thunderbird was a manual car, so I was like, well, that'll make things easy. Just swap the parts out. Swap the transmission, pedal assembly, bought a new clutch kit, new slave cylinder, new clutch line. Transmission's actually sitting right there, right next to my Stealth RT transmission, which is actually going to be the next project here. Since this one's in rough shape, I'm going to work on putting that engine into the Stealth. So then after that, probably be my 85 Camaro, and hopefully by then I'll have a replacement engine cradle for this Fiero, and then I can put that supercharged 3.8 V6 in that car, and then we can get to this one. So yeah, she's going to be pretty low on the list now. But I'm going to stuff her full of mothballs and go park her on the farm. But I was working on the interior here for a while, and the interior actually turned out pretty good. Got a lot of the door panels cleaned. This was all black and nasty looking. Seats turned out pretty decent. I didn't do the top of the seat here. I just realized that. But that's how the whole interior looked. Well, it doesn't look like that anymore. Carpet's still kind of nasty looking, but rear seats turned out pretty good. I did the upper trophy mat, deck lid area. So it'll be a while before I get to this project, which sucks. But oh well. Though I'm going to look at another Thunderbird here today. It's a 1996 with the 4.6 automatic, 140,000 miles, and the crossover tube in the intake is cracked. So I think that car is going to need a PI swap. So I'm going to do some tests with that. Make a little video series out of that. So that's a sad and unfortunate update on the thundercooter. Yep. Womp, womp, womp.